Okay, impact of current or social trends, current or otherwise. I would say in the last 3 years, probably going to be the same answer everybody gives. COVID was a huge impact on how we taught. We'd heard of virtual teaching, we'd heard of all of that kind of stuff, but all of a sudden we were having to actually do it, actually implement it. So that was a huge change. Even coming back to school after that, you're trying to balance those kids that are actually there in person and the kids that were still at home and doing the virtual online learning as well. So I do think the good that came out of that is that sort of pushed counties into our systems into making sure all of that technology was um, up to date and good in case we ever had to do it again. Now, when we came back that very next fall after that of 2020. And I taught from August till Thanksgiving out in our butterfly garden at our previous school building in a tent. Yeah, for months. That was really interesting. So that was a huge impact for me. I can do it. I don't want to again, but that was a lot. The availability of curriculum resources, I would say, again, I think things are more readily available online. I mean, just the when I started teaching, you wanted to talk about an artist, you'd have to make sure you had the prints from that artist. Big, huge, actual, tangible prints. Um, and that was a big deal, trying to make sure you had the prints for what you wanted to teach. I mean, if I had to change plans day of, all I have to do is go over to my computer, my smartboard, pull up, Vermeer and the girl in the pearl earrings, big as life, there for them to see, which is really cool. And I think that there's so much, of course, I mean, that's just one example, but there's so much that's just at our fingertips now with technology and available for us for these kids. That's really good. And I think that has lasting impact, of course. It's changed the topics. I think social trends have changed the topics that we teach. Um, it, you know, it just makes the world more readily available. Just anything, cultures, we can look things up. We can we can fact check and we can make sure that we're, doing things responsibly by being able to just check multiple sources, even just from our desktop or a Chromebook, and be able to access so much information. Of course, it's impacted how we teach. It's not, I think sometimes technology makes it so easy. And then, of course, one little thing like the Wi-Fi goes out or the power goes out, and then what do we do? We have to, so it's good to know both things, and I think that's where us digital immigrants are at an advantage. There is that we can, we can pivot back to what we started out doing. Whereas digital natives are kind of like, my kids are like, I can't look that up. We don't have power right now. The power's out or something. Anyway, that's I'm getting off on a rabbit trail. Our current trends that will impact future curriculum, I think, of course, like all this gender stuff, I think is really going to affect just how we deal with kids. And I think that will impact the curriculum. I think it already is. And I think we're going to be more careful about how we approach things and how we deal with things. So I think that will be huge. And then just being more sensitive culturally, I think is a big thing that we will be better at doing in the future. And I think we're getting better right now. And I think 9/11 too. I forgot to mention that on the historical events because I was stationed during that too, and I think that changed things and impacted education in some good ways and bad. Um, in that, sometimes that put a bad spin on things. Anyway, I think I'm getting off on the wrong subject. Anyway, I'm going to close that out. Thank you.